This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by the Lip Sync Assassin. Baby, Monica was so over the versus battle by the end that she just lip synced for her whole motherfucking life and legacy. And
all stars.
Because that's what she was on, apparently. RuPaul's Drag Race. And we will all just have to deal. At the end of the verses between Brandy and Monica, Brandy was singing and she was doing her little doo-wop best, and Monica was just like, I don't think I'm gonna sing.
And then Brandy had did an original. She had did a cover, and she was like, "Sing with me, Mo." And then Mo looked at her like, "Ooh, girl, y'all didn't get no notes out of me."
Could she actually continue to sing? Probably, yeah. But did she? No. She said no. Uno out. I'm done. Yahtzee.
Phase 10, girl.
I got through all the phases. I've dealt with this bitch for 3 hours. Y'all asked me for it. I said no originally. I think she said no twice.
She did interviews where she said no.
She said no, and then she finally said, "Okay, girl. I guess I'm bored. We'll do it anyway." And she went ahead and did this fucking verses with Brandy and was like, "Oh, y'all thought I was gonna sing live with her the whole goddamn time? No." I don't even like when she said, Brandy said, "We're gonna do this as a group." And Monica said, "We ain't no group."
And then Brandy hit her back when she said, "Well, girl, when them numbers come in, girl, we got to give Tim his half and Swiss his 30, and we only got shared his 20. Girl, we get through."
Hashtag we ain't no group. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, aka the nocturnal nigga, because I have been nocturnal this whole goddamn time. Very nocturnal. BKA the extravagant empath.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, tequila.
Oh, come on, pull
tequila.
Pull it together.
Start over. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com.
Hundreds of episodes, and that has never had to be done. FYI.
I know, wow, because it's just the spiel. It's my elevator pitch. They tell you all the time. Look, you might meet somebody one day. You got to know what your elevator pitch is. So my full elevator pitch, I have a 15-second elevator pitch, a 30-second elevator pitch. If I'm sitting down at a table, I can give you the full 1-minute elevator pitch. Like the girls are interviewing out here now for boyfriends, husbands, thruples. Let the girls know what you got to give now. Be prepared.
Or if you don't have nothing to give.
No scar, but be prepared. Oh,
you took that to
Disney better watch out. Come on now. Put me in your next animated series.
Okay. Well, I'll go right into our icebreaker. We just go dive right in here because
dive in there, sir. Dive in.
I don't know how long.
Dive in. Trey Songz are coming for your job.
Beating up women. That's his.
Watch out. Watch out. That is not what I meant.
That's what's good. That's his job. He ain't putting out no good music, so shit. That's his only goddamn. Anyway, our icebreaker this week is now that Ronald Matters is firmly in the old bitch club. Ooh. You are firmly in the old bitch club. We celebrated his birthday last week.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Quarantine
ruining. I feel like. I had to write something down. I had to write down the new age. I was like, well, I only been this age for 1 week, so I don't know.
Wow. No comment. So now that you're firmly an old bitch, welcome to the old bitch club.
Thank you.
Get you a seat.
Thank you.
Get you a bib.
Do y'all got the purple grapes or the green grapes? Because I like the purple grapes.
We
Don't
have
get me no green grapes.
we have
Oh,
raisins over here. It's the old bitch club. It's
prunes.
old. We got prunes
The
and raisins.
grapes to
We
turn into
trying to
prunes.
keep everything flowing. So it's prunes and raisins over here. Anyway, now that you're in the old bitch club, do you regret not having more sex, doing more drugs, or partying when you were younger?
So Tony Braxton,
Yes. There we go. See, you already on the same page. Look at
the
that.
headline came out. Tony Braxton talks regretting not having more sex. I'm like, you better promote this new album, girl. She knew this was gonna make the headlines, and it did. The album is good. The hell, spell my name. Why would I be spelling his name if I'm riding his dick or riding his tongue? So look R O and spell my name on his tongue. Roll the hips.
This don't sound like an answer to the question. This
I'm like,
sound,
yes. This is the answer to the question. Yes. And imagine having a long name with like 10 to 11 letters, 12 letters.
your name
Like,
does not have 12
uh,
letters, girl. Can you count?
query. Uh, just spelled the whole thing on their dick, like on his
You're
tongue.
not you're not even an Aquarius.
And
What?
I said, imagine if I had a long name like Aquarius. If
Okay.
my name was Aquarius, I would I would like to spell my name on his tongue. So yes, I do regret not getting my thing munched up appropriately because I'm trying to be a wholesome woman in the world. And I'm also doing the hand gesture of the whole world.
God bless. Ooh, and this is the icebreaker. Jesus, please pray for us. Um, hmm. So what Ronald was referencing was Tony Braxton came out and was saying that she regretted not having more sex when she was younger. When she
She
was,
married Carrie.
yeah.
He ended up becoming a user.
Well, and she also had his
According to
babies
Tamar.
as well, and she's very, very proud of those babies.
Denim and Diamonds. There was a club in Memphis.
Well, one
It
is
got
named
closed down for fighting. So I don't know.
one of them is named Denim. The other one is not named Diamond. But okay. Ooh,
Tequila, help.
okay.
What if my name was Tequila? On that tongue, like, Q, you gotta do the Q, like, oh, I'm gonna do a cursive Q, like, roll it around, do that look, yeah. Yes,
Uh,
I regret not writing faces like I should have.
okay. The ice has been broken.
Thank you.
Um, to quote the immortal words of Trina, if I had a chance to be fucking again, I'd be fucking by the time I'm 10.
Come on.
So I agree. Tony, I don't know why you decided to wait to become a hoe.
Class, like me.
Not
Like,
like you. Not like you. No, you really did not wait long. We just covered that you did not wait long at all.
oopsie. Patreon, make sure you guys are listening on Patreon.
We covered that you did not wait to become a hoe. That was not something that you was waiting on. Thank you guys again so much for supporting this podcast, this ghetto ass podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in every week. Please make sure that you like this episode and subscribe so that you will be alerted when our next episode airs. As you can tell, we do this when we fucking feel like it, apparently, in 2020. And we will continue that schedule because
Huh? Sweetie,
this
today
is
I must have happened TBQH.
because we're a day late and we might have been a week late, but we're here.
Sweetie.
So thank you guys so much for supporting us through all of that. If you would like to continue supporting this podcast, please get over to our Patreon. Our Patreon link will be in the description. We have new Patreon content up right now, and you can go and listen to that for at least $1 a month.
How
I
many?
know one.
Oh,
At least $1 a month. I
that's
know you hoes out there got $1. If you got $1, please make sure you support this podcast over on our Patreon. The link will be in the description.
thank you so much to Ronald Williams And he told me don't say his name wrong, but I'm probably about to. Jaquez Robert. Jaquez, you know I love you, but if I said that
The
wrong,
king of R&B.
just Jaquez.
Oh.
Oh, the ghetto. But thank you guys so much for subscribing. Oh, it says deleted people. Oh, somebody deleted as well. The ghetto. We love you anyway. But shout out to our new people on the Here For It Hive. We love and appreciate you. We still did not announce to the Here For It Hive what we did with all their money. We
Oh.
keep forgetting to announce that.
We donated a whole bunch of money to some gay charities, y'all. Just know that any money that comes to this podcast, we don't spend it on ourselves. We direct it back to the community. Um,
I think the final shipment is due September 3rd, which is today, tomorrow, whenever. Just it's somewhere up in here.
that would be tomorrow, yes.
Yeah. So it's the final shipment of the goods that we were asked to provide. Look, we collaborate with
But we
these
don't.
different
So
organizations. So
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this last piece, and then we're gonna continue. We don't do it for the clout or for the attention of saying, "Oh, we donated to X, Y, and Z." We just do it because it's out of the goodness of our heart, and that's why it's not uh like at the first part of what we're talking about. It's not important
oh yeah.
because we do it out of the goodness of our heart. We're not doing it for promotional value. We've done a whole bunch of things in quiet and outside of the view of the public. So, anyway, our affirmation this week is healing is a journey, not a fairy tale ending. It's a process that may never end, but it's up to you to get positive tools to help you cope. And still the words of the Supreme, Miss Cordelia Good, Satan has one son, but my sisters are legion, motherfucker. Turn to your chosen family if you need to find help or to facilitate any healing that you have not already gotten. That is our affirmation this week. Our word of the day this week is gainer, Gainer. Any clue?
It sounds like a fit bay term, like the fitness girls. Talking about
Well,
the damn macros and micros and oh my gosh, I'm like, just keep posting these new pictures on Instagram because that's all I'm here for.
it's the opposite of quote unquote fitness. Uh, we talked about the other term for gainers, the other term being feeders. We talked about that as our word of the day maybe a couple months ago. Um, but uh, gainers are queer men, quote unquote queer men, who subscribe to the ideal of a select group of larger set individuals who actively reject the socio-cultural norms of attractiveness and um, like being a bigger or more robust in their bodies. So, like, they want to get fat or thicker or whatever term you would like to subscribe. They're gainers. And so they're like, give me more of the Burger King. I will have two pizzas today. And it will make them bigger and thicker. And certain people will, like you, will be attracted to them because they are wealthier in size.
You laughing, but I'm not. I'm like
I'm not
low
laughing.
key. I might want to be a gainer myself. Huh. Huh. Because I ate a
So
whole large supreme pizza and I was like, I could really go for three more slices right now.
after you ate it,
I ate the whole supreme pizza and I could still
by
go for like
yourself. This is a large pizza. Ate the whole one,
it
and then
had
you said you
red
wanted some
onions,
more.
bell peppers,
My stomach hurt.
3 or 4 meats. It had banana peppers. They'll give you the red and green peppers, but you got to ask for the banana peppers extra. So I had to add that, and then I had put some garlic sauce because this specific Italian restaurant, they have like this garlic something. I had poured that on there. I had dipped my slices in there. It was so good. And you have to pay extra for the garlic sauce. Got me two of those, and I was still,
Did you check your blood pressure after this?
This is my life as a cover girl.
Dude, you're not gonna be on the cover, girl. You're not gonna be on the cover, girl.
The man who it matters to, things that matter to me, I'll be on his cover. Thank you.
Gainer. Word of the day.
A woman.
Our word of the day. Gainer. Woo! Okay. Well, that took turns. Last week we talked about raw dogging. Raw dogging is basically what y'all are doing out here without masks or hanging out in large groups and not knowing the coronavirus test results of people that you are hanging out with, or even if they've ever been tested. And this week I actually saw a popular girl on Twitter. I will not name her because there's no reason to send any attention over there. She was using the hashtag raw is law about going places without a mask because they're tired of wearing a face condom in public. And I can't.
That's why you have to be afraid of. You got to be careful about what you allow. You don't have to be afraid. You have to be careful about what you allow because if you allow a person to play in your face with this, the bitch will think that she can play in your face with that. And you know what?
And more than that, they're like, "Oh, this, that,
inch, mile,
them.
Yard, girl, child. What's the difference?"
The term is if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They will keep running with those miles. And that's what I'm seeing. And I'm like, you felt confident enough with your platform. Again, tens of thousands of followers. You felt confident enough to even say this on the internet. It's one thing for you to feel this way on the inside and then be acting like it, privately.
Well, don't be a fraud. Be yourself.
But you publicly are saying, I don't want to wear no mask in public. This is a face condom. What?
Yes, it's protecting you from diseases. Wow. Was that Blue's Clues or was that general knowledge? Yes, a face condom is protecting you from diseases. My allergies have not been as bad because I've been wearing a mask, and Lord knows my allergies are trash. So
you should have been wearing a mask this whole time. You should have been wearing a face condom
because my allergy. I can walk past somebody cutting grass, not sneeze, not be down and out for the next 3 hours, hot chewing, and my left nostril frustrated. Like, actually, this face condom you talk about is bad for the world is actually helping me.
It's helping a whole bunch of people because guess what? Less people are dying now because we're wearing face condoms outside.
So
when we weren't wearing face condoms, hundreds of thousands of people were dying. And so you don't want to wear a face condom because you feel uncomfortable. Sweetheart.
Learn how to cook, sweetie. BuzzFeed, Tasty.
No, kill yourself.
Divas that can cook. That's the YouTube channel that I watch sometimes. Divas. I think it's Divas Can Cook. I stopped watching her channel because I learned like the grilled chicken recipe, and then I learned how to do the baked chicken recipe. And I was like, oh, I'm set. But she do have like side dishes.
Did you learn those though? Did you adequately learn?
No.
You actually no.
Right. But I mean, I got my own version. I can still live to see the next day.
Okay.
Amen. So Divas Can Cook on YouTube. No promo, but shout out to her. There's YouTube channels. I think it's called the One Pot. I think it's called the One Pot something. One Pot Dinner. It's a man who actually like, sweetie, look, as a man, yeah, if I could put all this shit in one pot and put it on forget and come back, cool. Pan sear something, throw it in the oven, come back, cool. And so I watch his channel because My attention span is horrible. So people that can do it right quick, I like watching those YouTube channels.
I want you
And
to
you don't
remember
have
the
to
next.
tip if you're cooking at home.
I want you to remember the next time that you have sex that you said that people that can do it right quick.
Oh, that is my motto. If it's good, it don't take long. If it's good, it don't take long. That's
Well,
also my motto.
speaking of people that like things quickly, Niecy Nash, shout out to you. You won. You won 2020. I don't give a fuck who else does anything positive all of 2020. Niecy Nash divorced her ex-husband 6 months ago.
6 months ago. Oh, it was really recent. I thought it was two. I don't know. I don't know. Very recent. That's what I'm saying. The vibe is
maybe the
very
process
recent.
started 6 months ago, and then the divorce was
The
final
vibe is very
a
recent.
couple months. Okay, whatever the case is, we'll go with the span of 6 to 2 months. It was recently that she was married to a whole man, and the world thought that she was a heterosexual. She told us, no. I said no, no, no,
On a
no,
Tuesday.
no.
On a Tuesday. I was like, wow, 1:30 p.m. on a
Uh,
Tuesday.
Not only did she come out as someone in the LGBT community, I will not say whether she is a lesbian
Because
or
it could
she
be
identifies
perceived
as,
that she's bisexual, but she
and she
could
could also be
identify as a
pansexual.
lesbian.
She could also be pansexual.
I
So
don't
she
know.
could, yeah, she could also identify
Mm.
with, girl, this person loves me and I love them back. I don't give a fuck what genitalia that they have. So she could identify as a few things on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely here for it. Absolutely here for it. So not only did she come out as being on the LGBT spectrum, she got married. She went ahead and said, listen, I'm passing go. I'm collecting $200. I'm going all the way around the Monopoly board. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to put my property up here. She got married, and the photos were absolutely beautiful. She captioned the photos with "Love Wins." Um, if you don't know Niecy Nash, obviously Niecy Nash is, well, not obviously, because if you don't know Niecy Nash, then it's not obvious. But Niecy Nash is a star from great TV shows as Claws, Scream Queens, and my fave, Reno 911.
She played a nurse on like Nurse Jackie. I think that was like a HBO series or a Star series, and like they got nominated for like Emmys and Oscars and things like that. But she was very prolific on. I think it was a show called It was it was a hospital related show, which is why I was in tune. And so she was very powerful on there, and she got some nominations. And of course, she was the mom on When They See Us, and so she was
Mm-hmm.
Jarrell's mom. Jarrell won the Oscar, I want to say he
Oscar.
did,
Yep.
and so she was his mother on When They See Us, the Netflix series, the Netflix whatever that was, directed by Ava DuVernay. So look,
So
her name
again,
rings bells. It does
yes,
things. Knock knock, nigga. I'm here.
her title on Twitter is she changed her name to Mrs. Carol Denise Betts, which is her Studsman's name. I say Studsman out of love because her Studsman is cute.
Gorgeous.
I mean, I looked at her and I was like, "Ooh,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
mm, I don't know." I mean, like I just got married, but
Boys don't cry.
I'm trying to figure out, do I have options? Like, what? I mean, like, do y'all want to hang out? I don't. I'm trying to. I don't know. Like her wife, appropriate title. Her
Uh-huh.
wife is gorgeous. Her wife is also a musician. It was said that they met by her wife was singing and playing music for her, and she allegedly fell in love, like because Carol Denise
Come on.
was
Monica
like
Denise versus.
Carol Denise fell in love when Mrs. Betts was playing these tunes for her.
Come on, I got love all over me. Baby, you touched.
Baby,
Every
she got
part
love
of
all over
me,
that
honey.
marriage license right now. Marriage
Monica
license.
Denise, Carol Denise. All the Denises are winning this week. The Denises are winning.
So I'm absolutely here for it. I thought that was like one of the biggest stories of the week for me because didn't expect it. Took
Can
me.
I tell you something?
Mm.
I'm waiting for this all to be a joke. Um,
For
I
Niecy
it's
Nash's?
been said that like this person who she married, Carol Denise, was an actor on Claws, and so I was like,
Yes.
well, maybe they're currently filming Claws, and this is all a shenanigan for the show. I was like, because like
Um,
when I saw it at first, I was like, I can't believe this. I don't know what's going on. Niecy Nash don't need a stunt because the other girl pretended that she had been kidnapped and raped for her OnlyFans, and then it turned out to be for a movie, and then she got dropped from that movie. Masika, something, a Love and Hip Hop girl. She was, I don't know, but she got dropped from the movie. They cut her parts. But I was like, Niecy Nash don't need to do a stunt like that, especially after she saw what just happened to the Love and Hip Hop girl yesterday. Niecy Nash would be doing a stunt like this today. But I was like, uh, is it real? I'm happy for Niecy Nash. Either way it goes. Either way it goes, the pictures are beautiful. It was an amazing stunt. Cool. If this is her
you
real
trying to say
life,
Niecy Nash is Jussie Smollett-ness?
I don't
I
know.
can't. I
I
never,
don't
I've
know.
never, I
Niecy
never,
Nash don't need to. That's what I'm saying. Niecy
that
Nash doesn't
never
need to.
occurred to me that it might not be real. It just felt like, because
I don't
she
know.
wouldn't. I feel like I know Niecy Nash and I don't know Niecy
I
Nash. But I just feel like if I know Niecy Nash would not be playing with us like this.
yeah.
If Niecy Nash is playing with me like this, I'm gonna come back to y'all and I'm gonna read the dog fuck out of Niecy Nash.
Well, I mean, I'm happy for Niecy Nash that she had to have a beautiful TV wedding. If that's just what it ends up being, I'm elated for Niecy Nash. If it's her real life and this, she's like, look, 3 men, 3 weddings, done. Men, trash. I'm stepping over to the bad side. No, dream
Are they
girlfriend.
even filming Claws right now? That's why I'm
I
not.
don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't
I
know.
don't think
I
they're
don't
even
know.
filming Claws right now. So
I don't
why
know.
would it be
I don't know. But I'm also like, well, let's
you
look at this from
gaslighting me?
both sides. I'm like, let's look at this from both sides.
You gaslighting me. I'm moving on. I am moving on because you are gaslighting me because I
I
didn't.
don't know.
This was a happy story.
I want a
When
piece of
when
chicken
I
right now.
when I
Oh,
wrote
I'm so
about it, it was a
intoxicated.
happy story. And now you've gaslighted me into wondering if I should cancel fucking Niecy Nash.
No,
This
I
is your
don't think
fault.
you should. No, no, I don't think you should. But I'm just trying to make sure because everything people be in weird places. So the things they do for attention, I don't know.
Okay. Well, the next story is was Ashley Moore's death a suicide? Ashley Moore is a trans woman uh, living in Newark, New Jersey. And initially, authorities had deemed her death a suicide. And if y'all have been listening to this show, y'all know how we report on these things, and y'all know how the world is to trans women, unfortunately.
Oh,
Come on.
can I let you do it? Do you need to finish or can I just start
Go. No, you
saying
go.
no?
Go ahead and go.
Even like when the alleged 5 or 6 heterosexuals across America, like I think it was 1 or 2 in Texas, it was 1 in California, they were found hanging from trees, and
Mhm.
they were deeming these things suicides. And so you think a trans woman with enough confidence to say, you know what? I was born this way. I don't feel this gig. I'm going to this, and I know that the road will be hard, but I am confident enough to go through this, and I have enough community around me, or I believe in myself, sweetie. I believe
And
in
I don't
myself.
need and I don't need a community.
I don't need nobody's support. Look, sweetie, I could give me a Dollar General wig. I give me a Dollar General lipstick, and I can put on me a score or steal one. And I can walk around and pump. You hear me? because living my truth,
and my confidence in
my truth,
myself. Yep.
gender identity gives me the power. Because, well, first of all, let's just state it plain. This is how I live every day. Um, I'm me. When I walk out of my
And if
door,
you don't have that power, they will take it from you.
sweetie. And so you think I'm just gonna commit suicide? Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of
Okay,
here!
so well, let me. I'm going to report on the full story, and then we'll delve deeper.
Mhm.
So, authorities in New York, New Jersey are reviewing the investigation of Ashley's alleged suicide because they ruled it a suicide. And now they are recanting and saying, okay, well, maybe we were wrong and maybe it wasn't a suicide. Ashley, who's 21 years old, was found dead April 1st, just outside of Newark, where she lived. Um,
At the YMCA.
yes.
Her body was found on the sidewalk at the Y. First of all, if I'm killing myself, then why am I gonna put my body in front of the YMCA? I would want to go hide where nobody could find me, maybe, or in the woods, or a bush, or a tree, or I don't know. I don't want to commit suicide, but why would I? Do black people even go to the YMCA like this? Do trans women frequent the YMCA? This
So, what it was for me, I'm just going to say what it was for me. The story is, well, not the story, the where it actually had happened when they found her. She had ligature and strangulation marks on her neck. So
Mhm.
what that means is someone wrapped something around her neck to
Mhm.
kill her. She could not have done that to herself and then placed herself on the sidewalk.
At the YMCA, that don't
So
make sense.
again, you're laughing, and I know that it is funny, but it's not funny because
I'm laughing
how in
because
the
out of
fuck?
frustration
I'm
because
not.
I don't know
Yeah,
how to deal with
I'm
this.
with you. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying is how in the fuck do I strangle myself and then I place myself on the sidewalk in front of the YMCA? How?
Hmm.
How? How? You don't. The answer to that question is you don't.
You don't.
And you don't. That's the point blank period. Now, if it take them a month or 2 months to figure out the same things that we have just figured out here on Here for a Podcast, then
True detectives.
those fucking police. While we're talking about which police to defund and get funding back and fire, let's defund those fucking police because if I can figure it out and I'm not a fucking detective here on Here for a Podcast, and it is your job to be a detective, and you can't figure out how someone strangles themselves and places themselves on the sidewalk of the YMCA, you can't figure that out, then you don't need that job. That's not the job for you. You got to get the fuck out of here.
This girl's
You
got an associate's degree in fine arts,
you Shade.
not in criminal justice. But because girls
You
ain't got no
you
criminal justice experience. Who's studying
you
this?
need to be a Walmart greeter. Greet people at Walmart.
And wear your glasses.
If you can't figure out how someone strangles themselves and then lays their body on the sidewalk in front of the YMCA, if you can't figure it out, you just lost in the sauce. You can't figure that out. You need to be a Walmart greeter.
Ashley
Being
Moore.
being on the police force is not for you. It's not for
Ashley
you.
Moore. Ashley
So,
Moore.
yes, we are saying her name. Her name is Ashley Moore. Again, 21 years old, young,
And she
extremely.
got good hair too, bitch. Brows, chocolatey. She could have been in the motivation video, the Kelly Rowland motivation video. Yes, come on.
But gone too soon. The the questions around it is stupid. I
Yeah.
We're in September. She died in April, and now they're just now figuring out maybe this wasn't a suicide. Well, maybe y'all shouldn't have y'all fucking jobs no more.
Period.
Maybe y'all shouldn't. If it take y'all, what we at 5 months? If it take y'all 5 months to figure these things out, maybe you shouldn't have your job no more. Maybe
Wow,
you
that's
should.
crazy.
Yeah. Um, and some good news. There is a 66-year-old woman who was diagnosed with HIV. Had been diagnosed with HIV for decades. She was originally diagnosed with HIV in 1992, and now appears to be completely clear of the virus here in 2020. I thought this was extremely good news because, as we've reported previously on other episodes about the cure for HIV, different trials, um, we finally see another person. I think this is maybe the fourth person in recorded history that was previously diagnosed with HIV and now is currently consistently testing negative for HIV. And when I say that, I mean there are other people that will test negative for HIV or for HIV antibodies, but at some point will test positive again. And this lady is now consistently testing. She's tested multiple times negative for HIV after being tested positive.
Mm.
Um, all I see is her last name is Willenberg. Oh, Lorraine Willenberg. Um, the report is saying she suppressed the virus without medications or an invasive bone marrow transplant.
I was going to say because
Um,
the bone marrow thing is usually how they get it, but it says with no medical treatment.
yes. So with no medical treatment, they are saying that her blood cells um, basically rallied, and Beyonce touched her, Jesus touched her, somebody touched her, and girl, she ain't got it no more.
Adele
So
with the bent two nuts.
no, she would still have it if Adele touched her. She might have something else if Adele touched her.
The
So
breakup spirit. She broke up with that HIV. Look, you got to get out of here. Get out. Hello from the other side, because I will overcome this. Amen. Amen.
and she did. Lorraine did. So some doctors are reluctant to declare her cured, quote unquote cured, but they believe her results are impressive. Scientists hope to harness more information about people who suppress HIV even after going off of antiretroviral treatment. So I thought that was extremely
Shout out to her.
important and a good news story because Lord knows we needed good news stories. Um, and you also had a story about a 16-year-old.
So it was okay. Background. I have a blog and a podcast and a YouTube channel. I can talk forever. So I was on YouTube and I was watching a video about men who have the urge to touch children, but they never act on it. And they actually go to therapy in Germany to seek help because if you go to a therapist in America and say, I I think I'm attracted to children, the therapist is legally required to tell the authorities that you are having thoughts of touching children.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course the police will like want you to move or register as a sex offender and all these other things. And you will have not ever offended anybody. And so I was like, wow, American therapy is so crazy. Even if you just say that you are thinking about it, you have to register as a sex offender. And then so when I was seeing about this man in Germany since 2005, he has helped over 10,000 men worldwide come to terms with not touching children. I was like, wow, I want to talk about that on some platform coming soon. I don't know if it's right for the podcast or the blog or the something. I don't know. But wow, men who can see that they need therapy, go get help for it, no matter what the issue is, even though this issue is kind of out there. But then 5 minutes later, I get on Twitter and the lovebscott.com headline reads, so sad, 16-year-old fatally shot while trying to escape sex offender trying to abduct him. I was like, wow, well, I was going to report a good news story for the men going to seek help, but now look at this. So, according to lovebscott.com, a Pennsylvania boy was fatally shot on Saturday, allegedly while while was allegedly and reportedly, two LY words, trying to escape from a registered sex offender in the Harrisburg neighborhood. And according
Come
to
on, Pennsylvania, making all the headlines.
people.com, on Saturday around 12:55 p.m., residents of North 18, some neighborhood, identified a young man named Cayenne King, 16 years old, naked and terrified as he ran from a man chasing him with a gun, the Harrisburg Bureau of Police said in a release to ABC, so and so. The boy reached a white fence between two houses in the neighborhood and could go no further. The man allegedly shot him. So according to all the things that people.com could dig up, some man named Orlando, whatever that is, he was 46 years old, trying to sexually assault a 16-year-old, fired multiple shots at the boy. And so this man had been arrested in 2008. He had been arrested in 2012. He had been arrested multiple times for touching children under the age of 13. He was sentenced to like confinement. He was sentenced to like probation. They were trying to go, okay, so sir, you have a little thing going on. We're gonna put you in therapy, put you on probation.
Is it a little thing at this point?
But then they're like, okay, well, sir, here you are back in front of us again. All right, we're gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you, and then so does he ever get better? No. This man is 46 years old, and this 16-year-old boy is running down the street naked, screaming, "Help me!" You look outside your window, and there's a naked young man and another grown man chasing behind him with a gun. And I know we, as black people, we've been trying to say keep the police out of things. Don't call the police because, especially as two black men, and it's a situation going on. But you gotta call the police for this.
Yeah. So this situation has come to a head in the past couple weeks with the black community of the difference between telling and snitching. It's a difference between telling and snitching. You tell on someone that is committing crimes
Actively.
against other people or against you. Snitching is when you was involved in the crime and now you telling on other people that was helping you be involved with the crime. That's snitching. Telling on something that is actually happening to someone else
In real time.
in a criminal nature, that's just telling them. That's telling the police, like, okay, well, I want y'all to do your job. Can you, like, I pay taxes. I would like y'all to do your job in protecting me or protecting people in my community. Like, that is y'all job. And again, if we not gonna fully defund all y'all niggas, then I would like you to do some of your job here. That's just telling on people, and that's fine. Snitching is different. When you involved in a crime and you snitching, okay, then that's the shit that should get you fucked up because, girl, you was also committing crimes. I don't know why you out here telling.
Like, yeah, we did it, get away with it, girl.
Shut
Tell
up.
this story. Tell this story to your close friends when you're drunk, or to the bitch that you married to.
Write it in a
And
journal.
sometimes you don't have to tell the bitch you married to because in a divorce they bring stuff up.
Journaling.
But
Journaling.
but to see a 16-year-old young man naked, afraid, and collapse on a fence because he done ran from this man that can't run no more. And you done called 911 and they ain't got here yet, but this man has also got a gun. So you don't do is it safe for you to go out there and try to say, hey, Mr. 46-year-old, I don't know what you and this naked 16-year-old have going on, but it's not worth it. I guess I'm supposed to go outside and tell the 46-year-old man that whatever he's about to shoot him for isn't worth it. But I mean, where are you? Where does this go? But I can't even imagine being the neighbor that called the police and to see the young man collapse on the fence because he just couldn't run anymore. He was trying to escape. He was on his bed. He was running down the street screaming, "Help me! Help me!" And
Do we
even
know what the
as
resolution is? Like, did the did
I mean,
the
the same way
EMS
Ed Book,
come or the
yeah,
police
oh,
come
well, yeah,
or he get
they pronounced
rescued
him
or
dead at the hospital. He
oh
probably was dead on the scene, but you know, they pronounce people dead at the hospital. That's the formal thing to do for EMTs. Um, unless it was like a really, really, really bad, then you pronounce him dead on the scene. But they pronounced the young man dead at the hospital, and even when police arrested him, he was still armed. I was like,
Is he,
oh, hmm,
is he a white man?
black. I showed you the picture. We talked about this. He's a black man. Um, so I was surprised that he was arrested and armed, but okay, all right, wow, look at that. I guess they saw the Kenosha things was going on. They're like,
Let's be sensitive right now.
let's be, let's actually use our training. So they did arrest that man, 46-year-old man, alive, and so he's being charged with murder because there's so many witnesses. I mean, like the girls was they heard him screaming, "Help me!" running down the street naked. They all saw him shoot him. I mean, it's witnesses, bro. It's murder.
No Ja Rule.
So,
Uh,
going on swiftly and professionally into the
I don't know why
embassy.
that just rang to me. It was like, it's murder. That's Ja Rule. Me.
What they call it? Parallels or something.
Yeah. Uh,
So, convict Ed Buck.
Execute Ed Buck. That's where I was heading to next. Ed Buck is still alive, unfortunately. He still looks like a used cotton swab.
What does
Um,
he look like? I done forgot. Chat. Let me see.
a used
I
cotton.
hate that I'm finna Google his name because it just makes him hotter in the damn social media streets. And his lawyer will be like, bro, we burning up out here in the damn. No, you're not. You should be burning up in
He
hell.
getting ready. He getting ready to burn up.
You should be burning up in fucking hell.
Get ready to burn up in more than one way. If he don't burn up in an electric chair, he's gonna burn up in hell. And I don't feel sorry for saying either of those comments. Ed Buck has killed multiple black gay men and is not being given a trial for killing said black gay men in a timely fashion. They are putting it off and putting it off because of whoever he is connected to. And fuck them and fuck him and fuck the system that is protecting him. So execute.
Mm-hmm.
What's the song?
Beyonce's birthday is coming up.
Baby, we're gonna have the same song then.
I had put in my notes to read the lyrics from Scared of Lonely, but the Tequila girl, sweetie. If I start reading the lyrics from Scared of Lonely, I'll end up crying and
And
child,
then you're gonna be scared. Then you're gonna be scared of everything.
it'll start going downhill from there. So Scared of, she was talking about being in a fight, feeling alone.
Her birthday
And
is in a couple days, and that's why.
oh
That's
yeah, 9481, sweetie.
9,
It's a hit.
4, 8, 1.
So but I was like, I want to do something people don't, it's not a single, but Scared of Lonely is really the way I feel as a Virgo. I feel like we really connected to each other with Scared of Lonely. The lyrics, I know it was on I Am Sasha Fierce, the disc that nobody listened to. But Disappear is another great song. But Disappear is great, but Scared of
I
Lonely
guess
is
because I'm a stan, because I'm like, them were singles to me. They seem like singles to me. But I'm a stan. Go ahead.
so I'm like, but I'm a stand. So then, but Scared of Lonely, even listening to the first disc, I was like, okay, that was a standout track for me. So I really enjoyed Scared of Lonely. Just I'm scared of being alone, but I'm not afraid to. I'm really not afraid to, and coming to terms with that is really a lifelong journey for me. I really am afraid of lonely, but child, I got to, and I'll just pick 2 or 3 friends and do my best to navigate through it. Cause
Then that doesn't make you alone.
come on, the y'all, give it to me. Yes. Come on, the y'all. You trying to have a yellow moment, but we're being cute with so far so on, and I'm gonna move on.
Listen, I got the Iyanla Bayang, bitch. The Bayang that Iyanla got. Oh, I'll
Okay,
swoop it. I'll
come
swoop it.
on.
The song for my soul, obviously is a Beyonce cut, because I don't even want to call this a single. Like, this is a cut. If you old, you know what a cut is. Um,
A joint.
a joint. There we go. That's another one. 14 years ago, again,
Mary J. Blige.
Girl, don't even mention that in
She's
the song.
got a. Well, her and Beyonce collaborated together.
They did, but it ain't the same.
So you think you know how to love a woman? That was on baby. When I tell you, Mary and Beyonce did that. Come on now,
And that was the last thing she did with
my
Mary.
life too.
Yeah, and that was the last thing. But 14 years ago, she did something more relevant than that. And this song reverberates through my spirit. This is obviously off of the B-Day album that she released for her birthday 14 years ago. And in thinking that this shit was 14 years ago, I'm like, God damn, I remember that. Like it was yesterday. That was 14 fucking years ago.
And I was in my dorm room learning the damn steps.
Oh, you are. As soon as you already know. I hear you be the block, but I'm the light to keep the streets on.
Mm-hmm.
Notice you the type that like to keep them on a leash though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm known to walk alone, but I'm alone for a reason.
I ain't scared of lonely.
Come on, see.
I ain't scared of lonely.
Sending me a drink ain't appeasing.
Well, I do
Believe
like
me.
drinks, but nigga, no.
It's not appeasing. It's not appeasing. Come harder. This won't be easy. Don't doubt yourself. Trust me. You need me. The Holy
Are
Ghost.
you on a conniption over there? What's
The Holy
going
Ghost
on?
touched me. The Holy Ghost touched me. This ain't a shoulder with a chip or an ego, but what you think they all mad at me for. What you think they all mad at me for? They gotta be mad at me for a reason.
Oh, come on. Mhm.
You need a real woman.
I'm a
You,
worldwide woman. Tell
you
me
need a
you're
real woman in
real.
your life. That's a good look. Taking care of home and still fly. That's a good look. And I'm gonna help you build up your account.
That's a good look.
That's a good look. Better yet, this is hilarious because I'm feeling like the Holy Ghost. Woo! I'm gonna get through this. Um, when you in them big meetings for the meals, that's a good look. It take me just to compliment the deal. That's a good look. I don't know why is Beyonce like this? Why is Beyonce like this?
The greatest rapper alive.
And anything you cop, I'll be splitting the bill. That's also a good look.
She said take him shopping. What she said take him shopping. What song that was? She was like take him in the helicopter to the mall to go shopping or something. I was
Yeah.
like, Beyonce. Beyonce.
Partner, let me upgrade you. She also shouts out jewelry in this song that I can't pronounce,
Mhm.
can't afford.
The girl started thinking about AP watches when Beyonce.
Yes.
Audemars Piguet watch, dimples in your necktie, Hermes briefcase, Cartier top clip.
Topics.
Come
Yes.
on. The girl started craving AP watches when Beyonce mentioned it in 2005. Six? What year this was? Six.
14 years ago.
Sweetie.
So upgrade you is a song for mine. So I could continue to read this, but then I'm going to have to stand and then play the song, and then Parkwood is going to take this episode down. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to stand after this episode. But upgrade you. That's it for me. Like, I mean, 14 years ago, she gave us that.
Then
And
she got the
I'm not even going to talk about the video. I'm not even going to talk about the video.
impact.
I'm not
So
even.
then she got the DirecTV brand deal because she wanted people to upgrade to DirecTV, and I was like, oh, DirecTV, Beyonce, I don't know, but Beyonce also did a Vizio deal with Walmart. So Beyonce is trying to keep things affordable for the people. Look, I'm Beyonce, but I'm trying to keep things affordable for the people. So satellite TV is affordable.
At least some
Cool.
things because I still want some of that Coachella gear, but I'm not in that tax bracket to
Oh,
co-sign.
you know what? I did want a coat, but then like them coats was like $160 when she was selling them. And imagine how much they're on eBay for. Sweet. I wear an extra large. I can't afford an extra large.
So again, affordable for some
Resale.
people, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy to see y'all wearing it because I'm not gonna wear it in no time soon. If y'all would like to gift it to me, get over to our Patreon right now,
Okay.
and I will redirect those funds.
Sagittarius season is in like 90 days, so
It is. So that is the song for my soul. Apparently for not even just this week, probably for life. Um,
yeah.
Happy birthday, Beyonce, and to all the Virgos again. Virgo
Oh
season.
Lord. So my name on Twitter is Defund Verse Man.
I
And somebody that
wasn't gonna
crept in
give you
my
too much
mention
credit. I
about
wasn't gonna give you too much
at
credit.
Ronald Matters. Please explain why Verse Man should be
Get her.
defunded.
I hope he read you for dog fucking filth.
Sweetie.
Mhm.
I love Big Meech. No, I'm gonna play with Big Meech. I think we both will have fun with my response when I get off of recording. But yeah, defund versus men. Tops, bottoms, pick one. I'm traditional in that aspect. It's film, fish, flamboyant, and extra. I'm still
You sound
traditional,
like a Republican when they say, I'm traditional. I want to go to the old
conservative.
ways. The
Mm-hmm.
hashtag old way.
Hashtag old way. Shout out to Legendary on HBO Max.
And that's exactly what the fuck you sound like. Talking about some traditional, old way.
Defund
What?
versus men. What's
No,
up?
fuck you. And fuck
That's
you
something I'm not
and
here
fuck
for
the
this
people that
week.
think.
Defund
Yeah.
and diversity. And fuck y'all. Tops and bottoms.
If you defunded the verse men, you would have nobody to fuck because all
But
the ones that have fucked you are verse men.
and so even as I was typing it as my name on Twitter, I was like, the best tops have bottoms. Come on now. Cause he understands
You
what it's
don't
like
have
to
to tell me
push.
that.
He
You got to
understands what
tell
it's
you
like to
that.
go slow at first. He understands to make sure that I get where I need to get to for me. Cause y'all Pound Town girls to be getting on my nerves. Why are we going to Pound Town? We just arrived. We already going to Pound Town? Okay. All right. Well, I ain't called you back.
Well, you did call them back.
I'm upset thinking about it.
What do you? So is that what you're here for this week?
Listener questions. Send us your questions to hereforitpod@gmail.com or to any inbox where you can find us on social media. This week, I am absolutely here for the Black NRA called NAGA, the National African American Gun Association. They just celebrated their 5th year anniversary in Atlanta with 30,000 members. The president said that they just acquired about 5,000 members this year. He said like 4,777 girls, so 5,000. So they just acquired 5,000 girls in the last 6 months because, especially with COVID going on, they didn't know if the world was actually going to shut down. We were going to have to be fighting over food, fighting over housing, and fighting over things.
And that's
I
still
was like,
to be determined.
we still
Honestly,
could go that way, bro. But
wait
he
till
was saying
November because if y'all thought that this was dysfunctional, November is about to be shit.
so, with their 30,000 members, the National African American Gun Association in Atlanta, based in Atlanta, is considering starting a political action committee. And we know the National Rifle Association has one. So, we definitely need one that has the black people's interests at heart, which is the reason why they want to start a political action committee. And you know who's here for it? I think it's you. Are you here for the black people have to?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought it was just gonna be me, but yay!
Well, no. As a progressive, I'm like one of the very few progressives that believe in gun rights for everyone because the people that are gun rights activists are only for gun rights for white people. No shade. But I'm like, if you get to have a fucking AR-15, I get to have an AR-15 as well. And I should be treated the same way as you when you are walking down the street with an AR-15 and you get to kill two people, and then the police are asking you, "Is everything
Is there
okay? You get
is there any
you
bodies,
good? You
wounded
good down
people down
there?
there?
Do you need some water?"
And threw him a water.
Woo! I'm not getting into that, but I'm
But you
just
know what this
saying.
is based on,
But
okay?
yes, so and as someone that has been trained to use those weapons, and so that's also a different level of people that are buying the weapons
17 years old,
versus
traveling across state
people that
lines
there's a difference between people that are buying weapons versus people that are trained to use said weapons.
by the military
You
for
can
sure.
buy a fucking gun and don't know how to use the gun, don't know how to clean the gun, don't know how to take the gun apart. Why are you a gun owner? You don't even know you got weapons that you don't even know what to do with.
You could have went about Teletubbies. They had a
So
good experience.
so what
So
happened? Go ahead.
So back to the story in the newsroom. So Vice News did a story covering NAGA, the National African American Gun Association, and of course it referenced in the 1970s when the Black Panthers started showing up with all these automatic rifles and things. Oh, all of a sudden the white people. What that is? Oh, the Black Panther. Oh, I see you holding up a Black Panther. So when the Black Panther Party started showing up on goddamn governments, associations, and things, the white people all of a sudden, we need to come to the table. We gotta discuss this. I mean, woo. They pussy started tingling
And that's
deep,
why they killed
sweetie.
Fred Hampton. But again, another
That
story
movie's coming
for
out.
can't wait. Can't
Okay.
wait.
So, and hopefully he don't have cancer unknowingly and die on us, Lord Jesus. We are going through so much, sir.
That's my last call, but
We're
we'll get.
going to get there, I'm sure. But so Vice News did a story that I will link to on my Twitter like a couple times within the next week because I'm definitely here for them starting this, the National African American Gun Association based in Atlanta. So at their next convention in 2021, they are going to talk about electing leaders over it, what their interests are, and they want to not endorse candidates specifically, but endorse issues. So like referendum 7, should guns do this? They're not going to say like, oh, we should endorse AOC. No, it's about putting issues on the ballot, not endorsing certain people. And I think that is good, but I also want them to see that that's not going to work and they should endorse candidates. I think they'll get to endorsing candidates because that's literally where the action is. But
Mhm.
we got to let them start. They're thinking about starting a committee and that makes me happy. So, the National African American Gun Association. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I definitely should look more into it. I was not abreast of it. I'm absolutely here for more black and people of color having guns because it's been a white people thing for too long, and
I don't even want one, but I'm like, bitch, I'm all pussy with one though. So like, girl,
you look like Saucy Santana with a gun. It's like you'll have one, but I'm like, I'm not quite sure you even know how to
don't
take.
make me. I'm like, sir, don't
You
make
don't
me
even know
pull
how to
this
take the
out. And I'm like,
safety.
really, don't make me pull this out because I don't know how to use it.
You don't even know how to take the safety off to like make this a lethal weapon. You just have one,
Sir, don't make me pull out that chopper. I'm like, oh, I use the big
but
word
you don't
chopper.
even know how to do no chopping with the chopper.
But the National
But you should
African,
still have you have the right.
I do.
You have the Second Amendment right. You have the same Second Amendment right as these white
Karen,
motherfuckers. I'll
and
go
they
ahead.
speaking at the RNC. So,
You have the
girl,
same. You have the same Second Amendment right as these white motherfuckers out here that don't have no training and don't know how to do the same thing either. Because them motherfuckers at the RSC was holding guns, didn't even have their fingers on the trigger. So what are you doing?
is this the pad? The pad? This the pageant? Because y'all got stunts and props at the pageant. Because this
It's a and it and if
you got a
what I'm here
podcast.
for,
Tell us your feelings.
no. Mm-mm. What I'm here for this week is another U.S. appeals court has finally sided with Gavin Grimm.
That nigga
Gavin
was
Grimm
weird.
is a trans man that we've been covering probably for 2 years now of this podcast. Gavin Grimm was a high school student that was not allowed to use the boys' restroom while he was in school because North Carolina. I mean, that's it. That's the reason, because it was North Carolina. Because North Carolina was like, you know what? That trans shit, we don't believe in that. Fuck that. Nope. Go use the girls' restroom. Fuck it. So that's what had happened. That's the brief
The
of what.
bullshit, not a brief, but that's the
That's
bullshit.
yeah, the brief bullshit of what had happened to Gavin. Gavin is no longer in high school, obviously at this point, but he's still fighting this case for other boys, trans men coming up behind him, because these laws are still on the books in states like North Carolina, and there will be other trans men if we go back to, students going back into school again, having to fight the same fight that Gavin was fighting when he was in high school. So the story finally has some good news again. The story went to the Supreme Court previously, and then the Supreme Court decided that, girl, we don't want to be responsible for like making any laws that affect things. And so they sent it back down to the lower courts. And one of the lower courts, one of the U.S. appeals courts, has sided with Gavin in saying that you do, and he did, have the constitutional right to use the boys' bathroom while he was in high school, and that it should be the same going forward. In not only North Carolina, but in every state across the country. So I thought this was a great news story. The U.S. Appeals Court was here. It was in Virginia. Actually, it was the Richmond-based Fourth U.S. Circuit Supreme Court, not Supreme Court, Circuit Court.
Circuit courts.
There we go. And I thought that this was an amazing move forward, because we're finally making positive change and moving past stupid notions that because you are assigned a gender at birth means that you have to use this restroom to piss or poop in. No, that does not make sense.
Well, people are getting raped in the bathrooms. There are literally zero reported cases of people being raped in bathrooms. Like, the shit is made up. What I need, this is me. I'm like, I will put in my little contract with my lawyer. First of all, that bitch got to apologize to me on whatever platform she got the most followers. If she's 37, Facebook probably her biggest platform. If she's 18, Instagram might be her, TikTok even. That bitch got to apologize to me on her biggest social media platform, because everybody who she made fun of me in front of, she need to apologize to me in front of all them bitches.
Two, and they're probably still working. So those people are principals,
the bitch got to pay my lawyer fees
of those schools. That's who those people are. There's not. I fought the legal system, yes, because the legal system was fucked up. But it's the principals and the superintendents that like caused the most pain and damage to Gavin, like saying directly to him, yeah, this trans shit, I don't believe it. I don't believe that you're a boy. Go use the girls' bathroom. Fuck you. Those are the people.
All them bitches gotta apologize to me on Facebook. All them bitches gotta apologize to me on whatever platform they have the most, where all the places where they left at me. And pay my lawyer fees just off top. So there's two things. And they gotta buy me a bottle of my favorite champagne. Cause you know what we doing after we win our case? We popping fucking bottles for me. All my bitches. We all socially distance.
And we going to the boys' bathroom to do it. So bitch.
And y'all gonna buy me a bottle of my favorite fucking champagne. Y'all gonna buy me a bottle. I don't even know thank you note attached, because there's probably some bullshit on there. And you know what we all do? Throw that shit down the motherfucking drain. So pay my lawyer fees, apologize to me on social media, all the same places where you laughed at me, and you gotta buy me a bottle of whatever I like, because we popping fucking bottles. The Supreme Court has said multiple times that you had me fucked up. And y'all thought this was a motherfucking laughing matter. And we gonna hit y'all bitches in y'all motherfucking pockets, and we gonna hit y'all bitches socially. Apologize sir. I don't know if they N words, but sir, ma'am,
You know, you
they,
know,
them.
you know exactly who they are. The
I do, but
the
you know, I'm trying to be inclusive.
inclusive in saying fuck you. I'm not being inclusive in saying
You
fuck
can
you.
get it,
I know
you can
exactly
get it,
what
and you
I know
can get it.
exactly what color you are. I know exactly what gender you more than likely are. If you
Apologize.
are in North Carolina and you are telling trans people that this is the type of bathroom that you have to use because I feel like it, I know what religion you subscribe to and I know what color you are.
I would like a bottle of Moet to drown in my tears, bitch.
So I'm absolutely here for it, Gavin. Uh, good luck.
Stood on these hoes. Is
Please,
Gavin even of drinking age yet? I think Gavin is like 19 or 20. Gavin ain't even.
you know, I think Gavin is 19 or
Gavin
20.
was 15 in 2015, so Gavin is
Yeah,
20 now.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
20.
Well,
Um,
for me, I'm popping bottles. Bottle bottles anyway. I popped them in my 21st birthday in 2021 when the world recovered.
well, being 20 didn't stop you from
Hey,
drinking
hey, hey.
or anything.
Hey, 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 hey.
All right. So I'm absolutely here for it. Shout out to you, Gavin. Continue the fight. Do not let up on these hoes
And
at all.
pop all the bottles, whether you tell us about them or not. What's your
Pop,
cash app, Gavin? We might can send
pop
you a
the
bottle.
pop the bottles and pop the bottoms.
You know?
So it has come to our favorite part of the podcast. Again, if you are new here, it is our last call. Last call is where we fill our shot glasses with liqueur. If you do not have liqueur, do not drink liqueur. Pour your shot glass full of whatever the fuck you do drink.
Celery
But for
juice, beet
over
juice. It's time to do a fall cleanse.
for us in this house, it is tequila.
Oh, I was just talking about doing a fall cleanse. Okay. Well,
Are you gonna do one? Are you gonna? Are you?
tequila. Hey, it's the last call. Woo.
Okay. Oh, it's lie to yourself then, bitch. What's your last
My
call?
last call this week. Shout out to Punks Under Pressure podcast. They're two black gay men
Not
discussing
not
sex,
men's.
relationships, and current topics. This week, Jimmy talked about socially distancing, oh, big words, syllables, at a clothing optional resort he went to in Georgia,
Mm.
and they had a scat room. And they
Mm.
had some other rooms down to the clothing optional resort. So Jimmy talks about that.
Did he
And
name the resort?
BA discusses his experience as a new OnlyFans performer. And I can't wait until the next episode where the whole Bella Thorne situation has happened. And so now they've OnlyFans, some girl named Bella Thorne was saying that she was
Mm-hmm.
going to be naked if you sent her $200. And then, well, she teased that she was going to be naked if you sent her $200. Then people sent her $200 and she
And then
actually
she was
wasn't
cooking
naked.
bacon.
And then everybody wanted refunds, and OnlyFans was like, "Girl, y'all to fuck the system up, shawty." And so now, a
They done
lot of
fucked it up for Shea Coulee because Shea Coulee was teasing, doing crazy things on OnlyFans, and then not. And I was like, damn, Shea Coulee was gonna make some money.
well,
Fuck.
her things already leaked during her season, and I saw those photos. But nice,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But so a lot of OnlyFans people that I'm subscribed to now are saying that
Beautiful gowns.
I
Beautiful gown.
apologize, y'all. So now, because it's now seeming like you have to post more content in order to be able to get the $100 that you would have gotten. Like if one person really enjoys your things that you given, one person will tip you $100. If it's a pay week, they got their taxes back. They just got a divorce and the settlement came in. One person can give you $100. So if the max tip is $100, then mm, but so BA on Punks Under Pressure podcast was talking about what he's found in the last couple weeks as being an OnlyFans performer. And so I'm excited for his update given the whole Bella Thorne situation. So
So that means you subscribe to his OnlyFans.
no, I'm subscribed to the podcast. I don't know if I want to see him naked like that. He came to our event in New York City. So I'm like, well, I don't really just know if I mean, I've met him in person and things like that. I don't really know if I want to. So, but shout out to Punks Under Pressure podcast. Follow them on social media at Punks Pod, and follow them on the internet and listen to their podcast, Punks Under Pressure. That's my last call.
Um,
Now you're about to go into some serious and
I know that's why I'm going last.
so.
um, One of the reasons that our podcast was delayed this week was because I dipped back into depression. Girl, me and depression, friends. We go back and forth often. But with the death of Chadwick Boseman, um, it depressed me so much, so much. And I think that it hit the world a lot heavier than anybody really anticipated because Chadwick Boseman is a big star, but again, like I said, I've said previously before on this podcast, like the day that Beyonce leaves this planet, if I haven't left this planet before Beyonce, Uno out, girl. I'm gonna cry for like the rest of my life. I guess. And so I didn't think that I would have that same feeling for Chadwick Boseman, and then I did, and I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't able to pull myself out of that depression because he was so young, and he meant so much to the Black community, and I was like, well, God, shit, taking goddamn, y'all done took Black Panther out of here. You might take anybody at this moment. Anybody could get it. And I mean, those are things that I guess I already knew, but now seeing and feeling them, I was like, no, this is depressing. So my last call is in memory of Chadwick Boseman. He was our Thurgood Marshall. He was our Jackie Robinson. He was our James Brown. And he was King T'Challa, Black Panther. Black Panther meant so much to me. Black Panther meant so much to the world. Black Panther was the 13th highest grossing movie of all time. And so they can't take away what his contribution was to the world, to the film industry, to Hollywood, to Black history, really to Black history, because at that point, when Black Panther came out, it was the first movie, the first Black superhero movie nominated for an Oscar and won three of them hoes. Um,
It was the
and
first Marvel movie to win because I think
yes, there was
another Avengers movie had been nominated, but it didn't win. I was like, oh wow,
yeah.
look, a whole damn group of y'all couldn't get it together, but this black man came through and
Infinity
mm,
War was nominated. Well, I think Endgame was nominated as well,
it was
but
Infinity War. I think it
Endgame was
was
after Infinity War.
Infinity War was nominated.
Yeah, Infinity War was nominated and didn't win shit. Um, and that's not to throw shade at that idea.
No, not at all.
But my last call is to Chadwick Boseman because I it affected my mood so much since he died Friday, and I have just not been the same. And I do not even know that man. And I was not even. I mean, like I feel like I'm a fan of what he's done, but I'm not a stan. And it felt like it affected me like I lost a cousin. It really affected me that much. And I know it was the same for a lot of people. And so that's why I'm making it my last call as well, because um, the way that it affected social media told me that I was not the only one that felt the same way that I did in him dying. And so lastly, I'll say nothing ever dies. Energies and spirits only transform and recycle into other people, places, and things. And I'm excited to hopefully see Chadwick Boseman in something else, not necessarily in his previous corporeal existence.
Well,
So
they did say that there's one more project due to come out,
yeah,
and I think it's Ma Rainey. She was a comedian in like the 50s or 60s or something, and he was a jazz player at some club she frequented. So we'll see a couple scenes with him in the Ma Rainey biopic that's coming to Netflix, coming soon.
yeah, it was supposed to come out, but they
A
stopped production.
teaser was supposed to come out on Netflix for on 8/31, but he died on like 8. He died like right before that was supposed to happen, so they paused it out of respect. Netflix like, girl, we don't want no smoke. Like, don't push no professional project while we are mourning.
Yeah, um, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that. But what I mean when I say that we'll see him in other things, I mean him. Like
Hmm.
his spirit will be in other things. Um, that was his last bit of work, but that doesn't mean that that was the end of him. And again, I could get spiritual and jazzy wazzy with that, but I won't. So Chadwick Boseman is my last call. Wakanda Forever, and all the other great work that Chadwick did. We appreciate it. So that is my last call. Thank you guys so much for listening this week. We greatly, greatly appreciate all of your time and attention. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. Though I am the Superman, I will be the Black Panther this week.
Make sure you guys follow the show on the internet at Here For It Pod. Use our hashtag Here For It Hive when discussing the show on the internet. There's Here For It shop.com if you are interested in merch.
And not
Um,
here for it live.
well, hereforlive.com is still a website. I don't know. I have to mention websites that we've bought. We have hereforlive.com. Don't know. Um, so don't forget our giveaway for the month of September. Make sure that you are subscribing to us on Patreon because one, and I was thinking maybe we should do two. I know it's going to be more costly for the books, but I was thinking maybe we should do two, or maybe do a main and then a sub. I don't know what the right words are, like a grand and then a general prize. Because, in the spirit of giving, we should do that. But you've got to be subscribed to our Patreon to know about it and to find out about it. So for at least $1 a month, subscribe to our Patreon, and we are doing a giveaway. And we're talking about, well, I just brought it up, expanding the giveaway. But my name is Ronald Matters. Make sure you are following me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, baby girl. Oh, is she canceled still? I
Yes,
don't
she's still canceled.
know. RonaldMatters.com. Take your high blood pressure medicine. Take your eczema medicine. Do your self care if you need to go sit and breathe for 30 minutes. Shall go smoke if you need to smoke. If it's not addictive, if it's an addiction, you need to see somebody about that. DM us so we can help you find help. If you need to burn your things to burn your candles and get your chakras aligned, play Uno, the mobile app with your best friend if that makes you happy.
Spades.
Spades, go read the new book. All Boys Aren't Blue. Whatever you need to do for self care, you have got
And
to.
watch Boys Don't Cry, so you will be ready for our Patreon
Shout out
content.
to the Hereford Hive because they are getting an extra 25-minute, I want to say. I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know how long it is, but extra content is on the Patreon. So,
Indeed. So again, thank you guys so much. The revolution may be televised. I don't, girl, they might cut the shit off. But take whatever medication you got, whatever medication you're supposed to be on,
vitamin C,
and
zinc.
wear your mask and stay the fuck at home if you can. Bye.
Bye.